What? Hello everybody, my name is Juan. Welcome back to a new video. Today, we are going to be ranking Generation 4, arguably... You know what? I started the music too early. Hold on. Nah, because that beginning song is really good. Hold on. Hello everybody, my name is Juan. Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be ranking the Pokemon from Generation 4. I know in the last video that I made of this sort, I said that Generation 3 was arguably the best generation. The Pokemon from Hoenn, and this is arguably the best set of Pokemon, the best generation. I am willing to die on the hill that this is the best generation. Scratch that, to be fair. I mean, that gen is good, but this? Look at this fucking lineup, dude. Holy, this is arguably the best generation. My respects, this shit is really good. We went from the Game Boy Advance to the Nintendo DS in this era. Brother, of all the games that I've played in my life, Pokemon Pearl, Pokemon Platinum were some that I played so many times. All of these starters, I've used every single one. I know every single one of these Pokemon. So much to Nintendo, to Game Freak, to the Pokemon Company. This is one of my childhood games. I absolutely adore this generation. I don't know, I'm a fan. But, as per usual, before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and try to name all of these in this quiz here. So... Oh god, this is loud. It is what it is, though. Let's get into it. We have 12 minutes. And we'll begin now. You have Turtwig. You have Grotto. You have Torterra. I cannot hear myself think. You have Chimchar. You have Monferno, you have Infernape, you have Piplup, you have Primplup, okay. You have Empoleon, Starly, Staravia, you have Staraptor, you have Bidoof, God Bidoof, Bibarel. You have Kricketot, Cricketune. You have Shinx. You have Luxio, Luxray. You have Coranidos. You have Rampardos. Shieldon. What is the other one? Bastiodon. Oh, you have Badoo, you have Roserade. Okay, beautiful first line. Oh my god, this fucking music is so good, dude. Another thing for this gen that's fucking good. The fucking music. This is when Game Freak or Pokemon, Nintendo, whoever, they fucking really started getting into that fucking music bag. It begins here. Gen 5, they peak. After that, it's trash. But this is very fucking good. Look at this distortion ass. I'ma get you. I'm wasting time. Hold on. Holy. Okay, let's start throwing shit out. Cause a Stunky, Skunk, Tank. You have Glameow. You have Porugly. You have Drifloon, Drifblim. You have Burmy. You have Wormadam. You have Mothim. Okay, let's do Riolu, I guess. Lucario. We could do Gibble. You can do Bronzor. You can do Gabite, Garchomp. Sorry. I get into it. Why did I think of Finneon? Luminion. You have Rotom. Okay, let me think of the gym leaders. Gym 1, we have Gym 2. We have Gym 3. We have the Lucario. Gym 4, Gastrodon. Shellos. Okay. You have Miss Magius. You have Honchkrow. Honchkrow. 7 minutes. Alright, let's knock out the legendaries. Why not? Let's do Palkia, Dialga, Giratina. You have Azelf, Uxie, Mesprit. Darkrai. You have Cresselia. Shaman? Who the hell is this? Oh, Regigigas? Heatran? Why don't I remember these guys? We have the fossils. Oh, the evolutions. Oh, okay. There you go. This game introduced a lot, as you can tell by Miss Magius and Honchkrow, a lot of third evolutions to everything. So, we have Magmortar. We have Electivire. Tangrowth. We have Rhyperior. You have oh wait, what about Snover and Abomasnow? You have Weavile actually. You have what's her name? Oh well, you have Gallade actually. You have what is the name? Snorant. You have what's her name? Ah man. The Ghost Ice. Okay, let me keep that. Let's see. What about Mamoswine? What? Oh my god, am I this bad? Holy. Oh, Magnezone. I'm forgetting so many. Holy shit, dude. You have Mantike. Did I already? Oh no, wait. What about Carnivine? Oh, Hippopotas. Hippowdon. You have Spiritomb. Why am I blanking? Holy. Oh my god, you know I'm cooked when I literally downloaded all these images to do this and make my tier list, and now I can't even remember them, even after all that. Tingling? Why am I remembering that, motherfucker? I'm cooked! Okay. Da-na-na! Da-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. Okay, you know what? I think this might be the last time we do this, because from Gen 5 onwards, I don't know them. And look at this, I have like a 70% rate. I mean, it's not bad, but I could do better. But I'm like, holy. Gym leaders, gym leaders. Frostlass, I remember her. Beautiful. Dun 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 dun. It's crazy that I don't remember the legendaries here. Like, who's after Shaman? Oh, Manaphy! Fione! Yeah! But who's the last one? Buizel, Floatzel, what about Licky Licky? Cursed? I'm gonna be so disappointed right now. Holy, I missed, what, like 25? Brother, how did I get Bronzor and not Bronzong? Oh my, Arceus! Yeah, you know I'm an atheist. Gliscor, oh my god, Toxicroak, oh my god, Skorupi. Oh my god, I'm a fake fan. Holy shit. Okay, it is what it is. Let's carry on to the ranking itself. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of these Pokemon that are gonna end up in A and S tier, because I fucking love a lot of these designs. I love a lot of these Pokemon. Like I said before, I played Pearl and Platinum a lot, so I am very familiar with a lot of these, and therefore I have used them a lot, and therefore they're very loved in my opinion. So let's get into it. Can I keep it real? This music is putting me to sleep. Let's see, what else do we have? No. I need... Okay. Turtwig! That's easy A. Love the design. Love the turtle aesthetic. It's cute. It's adorable. Grotto kinda loses me a little bit. Kinda going through his teen years. His, strange middle evolution syndrome. Not a big fan, though it is worth it simply due to the fact that he ends up being a Torterra, which for me is an S tier Pokemon. Ground and Grass is a fascinating type. Very, very cool. I love this idea of it being like a world turtle, where there are theories that say that the entire universe is on the back of a turtle, and that's kind of where they got the inspiration for Torterra. And it has like this tree, mountains on its back. Badass. Absolutely love it. Chimchar. Ooh, Chimchar or Turtwig? I think I like Turtwig a little bit better. Monferno. In those two, I think I like Monferno better. Monferno might even be A tier, to be honest. Infernape is S tier, better than Torterra in my opinion. Also based on like a world myth of the Sun Wukong. Fascinating, absolutely love that Pokemon. Firefighting, after Blaziken, okay, you're kind of like, okay, it's getting a little pedantic, but it is such a strong Pokemon that it deserves the tier that it's at. Piplup! Piplup might, oh my god, is that crazy? I love the design, this little penguin. The anime did so much for Piplup. That being said, Primplup? Empoleon, okay. Hold on, I can't think with this music. That's fine, let me just lower it. Okay. I'm not too big over the design on Primplup. I might even consider C tier. That being said, he's not bad. He's just another one like Grotto that suffers from, again, middle evolution syndrome. Empoleon? Empoleon has a fucking badass design. He has a badass, like, this motherfucker is over here like a king emperor. What is his design? Is he like based on Poseidon maybe? I love the trident crown thing he's got going on. The like super sleek like arms. Beautiful design. Ow. In the games though, I did kind of find him difficult to use. I think the typing Water Steel is very, very good. But if I believe correctly, he only gets Metal Claw and Flash Cannon, no? And, I don't know. I think they kind of dropped the ball a little bit with Empoleon. Okay, based on design, I'm gonna put him in S tier because he does look badass. That is one fucking sick motherfucker. But in the games, he did kind of lack a little bit in the attack department. Not my favorite, but still pretty badass. I love the design. The design alone, he's hanging by a thread. We will carry on from there. Maybe I'll shift him down. We'll see how it goes. Starly. Interesting. From all the birds, Starly might be my favorite, to be honest. Maybe A tier is too much. He's pretty basic. Staravia. I like him, but he does get this kind of like rude look on his face. He does get intimidated. It's fair. Staraptor, S tier. Better than Empoleon in my opinion. I don't think he's better than Torterra, but Staraptor is so fucking sick. You get the little bang. He gets intimidated. He gets close combat. Dude, I don't know. That's fucking sick. I love me a bird that can fucking hit hard, and he can. He gets Brave Bird. He gets all the shit. He gets Endeavor. He gets close combat again. It's very good, very good. I feel like comparison to like let's say Pidgey, Tailo, Hoot Hoot. This is the best regional bird in my opinion. Up until this point, maybe it will change as we go on in the generations, but so far, it's fucking badass. Bidoof! God Bidoof. That is the best Pokemon. I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't know. Bidoof is so fucking cute, dude. Okay, Bibarel, you're trash. Bidoof, he's grown on me, brother. I played Pokemon Snap, and you take a picture of his butt. It's so cute, dude. I don't know. It's like, I love him. He's adorable. Maybe that's too much. Maybe here. This will be the division between like God tier and like, okay, you're good, but like you're not that good. You know what I mean? Cricket Tots. Not a big fan, but that's an A tier Pokemon for me. Based on the cry alone, I'm not a big fan of mustache cockroaches, if you will, or the bug type. I mean, the design isn't bad, right? But the that's good. Shinx. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my. That's a fucking cute ass. I feel like that's too much. Maybe top of A tier. That is a very good design. Luxio, he gets pants. I mean, they both kind of have pants, right? Oh, this is where the soundtrack gets. What? Okay. Luxio. I'll put him down in B tier. Maybe. Okay, but Luxray, holy. And the fact that you can get this one, pretty much all of these at the first couple of routes in the game, always pick them up, always use them. They're fucking amazing. They cover all the bases. Fantastic. No complaints. My goats. Intimidate 2 Pokemon with Intimidate in the first 2 routes. That is insane. Badoo. If I may, take your time for 1 second. I don't get it. I don't get the Pokemon company's like incessant need to babyfy Pokemon. This little fucker, man, I feels bad talking bad about a Pokemon that looks so fragile and babyish, but in my opinion, him... Okay, let's get them out of the way. Fuck this, dude. I'm not gonna pause the music again. Let me see. Bonsly. Mime Jr. Brother, we got the abomination that is Mr. Mime, and they were like, let's make a baby of him. Like, what? Happini. You know what? Happini, you get a little bit higher because you're not terrible. I think that... Okay, let me get them all in here, because there is a few. Munchlax? You know what? Munchlax, I won't consider you a baby because you're kind of a little bit special. You're kind of cute. You're adorable. Riolu is kind of a baby, but Riolu kind of has the same effect. That might be it, right? Okay, maybe I was fucking excited. Okay, Fione? Sure, I'll throw her in there. Fuck that. When you have a fucking cast as diverse as this, as badass as this, and all this, shit like this kind of feels like an intentional setback almost. Like I don't know, maybe I'm just being a hater. I find no use for them. I find them kind of pedantic. I think Roselia was an amazing Pokemon. There was no need to regress her or give her another pre-evolution. I think Roselia's base form is pretty good. Sudowoodo was pretty good. Okay, and then you give them babies, but then you don't give Sudowoodo an evolution. like, okay. Mime Jr., kind of in the same field, kind of useless, kind of unnecessary even. Mr. Mime does get an evolution later on, but at this point in time, Mr. Mime was like the most, like the highest level you get with like a Mime Jr. I don't know, brother. I hate to sound like a hater. I absolutely do. But this feels unnecessary. Fione. Okay, Fione, you know what? I'll give you C tier. Because, that was one of the first, that was the first time a legendary Pokemon could have an egg, and when you have Manaphy in the daycare, it has an egg of Fione. So technically you could have infinite Fiones. That being said, how necessary? Like, it's not. Like, yeah, you would have given me like any other of the legendaries being capable of conceiving a child. I would have been okay, maybe. But Manaphy, brother, who likes Manaphy? And then who wants his baby? Like, I don't know. Happiny. Arguably the best baby. That being said, it is still a baby. I don't like babies like that. I don't, it really, he's the best simply because Chansey is kind of like a big Pokemon, and therefore giving Chansey like a smaller evolution, one that is cute at that, felt right. The rest are like, I don't know, like, get it together, Game Freak, I don't know. Anyway, where were we? I'm a hater, dude. Okay, Roserade. S tier. Oh my lord. Roselia was badass, and then you make her a superhero? Dude, and then she gets bouquets? Oh my lord. Ah, man. This is a tough list. Holy shit, dude. I don't think she's better than Torterra, but there, dude. Cranidos. Cranidos is cute as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Rampardos. I think maybe we do this. Very cool design. Absolutely love that little dinosaur. The evolution. He gets like, I don't know, he's cool, but he gets a little too edgy for my taste, to be honest. Shieldon. Bastiodon. I don't know. This line, I'm not a big fan. I'll be honest. I'm not. I'm trying to find reasons to put him higher, but I can't find anything. I think even these guys might be better. Even you. I think that's fair. I mean, basic is pretty normal. They're not bad, but also like, I don't know. Okay, Burmy. Oh my lord. Am I gonna give you another plus? Okay, Burmy. I don't love this Pokemon, but the simple fact that they have this like difference in form is interesting, fascinating. They do take inspiration from actual bagworms in the world, which is like a bug that uses like their environments to make like this kind of like cocoon almost, if I understand that correctly. And that is such a cool implication. That being said, they really don't do shit. All they do is protect, brother. Like, whenever we do these kind of tier lists, for the most part, I take into consideration how much I like the Pokemon, the design, their usefulness within the games, and I don't know, just overall, like, how good they are, if that makes sense. These guys, they have an interesting little gimmick here, but they are very fucking useless. Therefore, I am going to leave them in C tier. The simple fact that they're able to come in different forms saves them from the bottom tier. But, yeah, I'll leave them there. Wormadam. Kind of the same thing. Though, Wormadam does become a little bit more useful, being able to learn other attacks aside Protect. So, I'll go ahead and throw them up here. That being said, the gimmick doesn't take him far. I think I like the grass one and the trash one better. This one, I'm like, I'll do the same for this. But yeah, okay, let's carry on. Motham! Okay. Interesting little fact here. Burmy, when they are male, they evolve into Motham. If they're female, they evolve into Wormadam. So, this is an interesting one. Though, after so many butterfly Pokemon, or like moth Pokemon, that family of like animals, it's not really hitting as much as it should. You know what? Cranidos is losing me. Motham might be there. Okay. Another interesting gender difference. Combee, female Combee. Maybe here. If you had the male would be down here because the male is useless. Unfortunately, the only part of Combee that can become Vespiquen, which will be, oh my god. Vespiquen is A tier. Maybe top of A tier. I don't want to put it in S tier because we're going to get a lot of shit in S tier, and I don't know. Bug flying is not my favorite, but she's still good. Female Combee is the only one who can evolve into her. I wish that they would have given male Combee maybe like a drone type of evolution, because this little bee becomes a queen bee when it's female. When it's male, it does nothing. It doesn't evolve. It stays a Combee. They could have done something interesting there with the male, giving it a different form. I don't know. But if I had the male one here, he would be like down here. But we have the female. She actually, you know what? You're like here. Pachirisu. It won a world championship, didn't it? But what does that really mean for me, right? Yeah, I don't know. Pika clones? Very few can do it. Weasel. He's cute. Like a little otter with an inflatable tube. Okay, he's not bad. Maybe there. Floatzel. I'm kind of in the same place. Maybe a little bit better, because he is stronger. Maybe there, but I don't know. I'm not getting different about him. He's not that interesting to me, but okay. Okay, look at this fucking diva. The Pokemon number 420. It's basic, it's like, it's just a cherry, but it's so cute. And then you get, wait, pause. Cherubi. Oh my god, for a second I couldn't remember their names. I did not remember their names when I was doing the thing, so hey. Look at this diva. A tier. She has a fit for the day, and she has a fit for the nighttime. What the hell? Who does this? Who? Nobody, dude. Okay. She can go up here. She's cool. I like the daytime form better, but yeah. Okay, we'll leave it there. Oof. Shellos? I kinda like the pink one better. The blue one is cool, but I didn't get to use that one as much as the pink one. That being said, it's still kinda cool. It's like a sea slug type scenario, right? Maybe like there. Maybe better than Motham. Gastrodon? S tier. Maybe there. Water Ground is such a fucking good typing. My respects. This one, Blue Gastrodon. I like the Shellos even better. The pink Shellos better than the Blue Gastrodon. I am not a fan of this Gastrodon for whatever reason. You know what's crazy? I thought this would be the male versus female differentiation, but you can get a pink male Gastrodon. So it's like, I don't know. That would have been more of an interesting differentiation for me, but they could be either or, I believe so. Okay, Ambipom. I want to like this Pokemon. I really do, because I think Apom is cute. But this is like the reverse scenario for me. Almost like the babies. It's like the reverse. Did we need an Ambipom? It's cool, but like there's something there that like Two-Tail. I don't know, dude. I'm not the biggest fan of him. Maybe there. I don't know. I'm sorry, I keep pausing the music, but sometimes I'm like, let me really actually think about the take that I'm about to take. And, yeah, I'm not a big fan of him. Where is Drifloon? Oh, hell no. Okay, Drifloon. He's a cutie. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, this is the first shiny Pokemon that I got. And it's such a cool shiny, dude. Another thing in beautiful song. In the games, Pokemon Pearl, Diamond, Platinum, you could only find this little fucker on Fridays at the Valley of Winterworks. That is an interesting choice for finding Pokemon. If you didn't know about that, you would not find him. And imagine not knowing and going there on a Friday and finding him, being like, wait, what? He shows up like an overworld Pokemon, so it's so interesting. Drifblim. Again, I have like a little like soft spot for him because it is one of the few shinies that I found. The concept is cool. I like the X for a mouth kind of scenario he's got going on. That being said, Aftermath as an ability, kind of like battling this Pokemon and touching it is so annoying because he'll do damage after its death. It's so freaking annoying, but Baneri, okay. I like Baneri. I think Baneri's cute. Not in a weird way, but in the way that the like internet has observed Lopunny, kind of makes me dislike Lopunny, to be honest. I don't know. Friendship evolution, and then it gets all am I a hater? She's cool. She's cool. I'll put her like up here. We have a lot of girly type Pokemon over here. Holy. I do like Baneri though. Baneri's like adorable. Be like up here. I don't know. I feel like the over-sexualization of Pokemon is insane. And that has kind of ruined Lopunny for me. But if I look beyond that, she's kind of an A tier. Not because I look at her in that way, but because the design is cool. She's just like a bunny. I don't know. It's cute. Miss Magius. I love me a ghost type. Giving Misdreavus an evolution is such a good choice. Making her this kind of like witch. Oh man, the witch hat is so fucking cool. Okay, unfortunately, Is this a Cynthia song? Unfortunately, I cannot put her over these three because they're goats, but she's up there in S tier. Honchkrow, oh my god. Hey, they're together to the end. I like Honchkrow a little bit better. Giving Markrow an evolution, making it like this, like, what is it, like a Big Don type scenario? Like a Mafia boss type hat scenario. Love it. Absolutely. Glammeow. Kind of just a cat, no? Kind of basic. B for basic. Perugly. Not a fan. I'm not gonna lie. Actually ugly. That one Team Galactic individual who had this Pokemon was the most annoying character for me. Chingling. Okay. I didn't even realize this was also a baby. They gave Chimecho a pre-evolution. Chimecho was already forgettable. Oh my fucking god. Arr, 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 arr. This is so good! Wah, 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 wah. But hold on. I need to save that little soundtrack for something better. I'm not going to listen to that badass soundtrack and talk about Chimecho. I'm sorry, but Chimecho, like I said, was already kind of a forgettable Pokemon. And then for whatever reason, they're like, you know what would make him interesting? Giving him a more forgettable, but like, what is this, dude? Like, what is that, brother? No, I don't know. I'm a baby hater. Fuck it. I'll fight a baby. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the need, the constant need to keep babifying shit. I don't get it. I don't know. I'm a hater. Whatever. Where were we? Stunky. Kind of mid, but giving a skunk Pokemon a go is kind of cool. He's kind of cute. He's growing on me. Skunk Tank? Aw, brother. Poison Dark is such a cool typing. You know what? I love these guys. Can't leave them behind. Is this guy in the same league? You know what? Maybe something like this. And then this guy. Okay, that works. Dude, it has the little tail coming from the back. When he uses flamethrower in the anime, it comes out of the tail? Like, what the hell? Bronzor. Kind of lacking. Maybe C tier. Crazy because Steel Psychic type is so good, but I don't know. He's a little lackluster for me. I don't see it. Kind of gives me like Unknown vibes almost. Then you get Bronzong. Bronzong is a little bit better. I like the like bell design. But then he's like okay, like maybe there. They kind of dropped the ball a little bit with the Steel types, I feel. Like, it's not my favorite. I don't know. Kind of basic, though. Not the worst. Chatot. Crazy take. Okay. Let's talk about Chatot. I feel like the music is not fitting for, like, talking about, like, a Pokemon like Chatot. But Chatot has such an interesting design. A standalone Pokemon that's a bird. And he has his little gimmick. Okay, well, let's look at his design first. His head and his like little like chonguito is a music note. That's so cute, dude. It's a parrot, and parrots are known for mimicking the way people speak, mimicking speech. In the game, it has an attack called Chatter. When you used to, the Nintendo DS used to have a microphone in it, and you could make your tot say anything. You could press on Chatter and say something, and when it used Chatter, it would say the thing that you recorded. That is so fucking good. It's not as strong as maybe all of these other Pokemon that you see here, but those factors alone, they kind of bring it up for me, to be honest. It's so much like thought went into making it like a memorable Pokemon, if you will. Like, you look at your tie and you're like, oh yeah, remember back in the day when you used to like do this with the Nintendo? Yeah, like, I like it, dude. I like those are like factors that have little to do with how much I like it, because I'm like, but I don't know, dude. It's interesting. It's something different. Like, which other one of these bitches is doing that? None of them. I don't know. It's good. It's good. It's good. I like it. Oof. Okay. Now the music is a little fitting for this. Let's see. Spiritomb? Second Ghost Dark type. At this point in time, a Pokemon with no weaknesses. Badass. I like him. Oof. It's kind of tough to go above this. You know what? I like those guys. This lineup is so sick, dude. Spiritomb. Or Miss Magius. Oh my god, I love the cozy vibes of this song. I think we do Spiritomb. I love these guys, but like, Dark Ghost is such an insane type. I don't know. Okay, Gibble. Cute. Little munchkin dragon. He could be top of 8 tier. Gabite. Kinda feeling the middle evolution syndrome with that one. He could be like top of B tier. Garchomp. Arguably one of the best dragon type pseudo legendary Pokemon. Definitely S tier. Oh my god. He's going at the top. I'm sorry. Cynthia having this Pokemon almost exclusively. There are a few trainers actually that have Gabites in the world, especially in the Victory Road, I believe. But the only one who had a Garchomp, I believe, until the league was Cynthia. Oh my god, this Pokemon is so fucking cool. It has a few weaknesses. I'm not gonna lie. Ice being a 4 times weakness is insane. Weak to Dragon. That being said, dude, the design is so fucking badass. He's like a dinosaur, also like a land shark. I believe he's the land shark Pokemon. And, dude, he's so sick. This might be one of the only instances in which I think Mega Evolution was not the correct choice. There is only like 3 Mega Pokemon in this generation, no? If I remember correctly. Okay, we'll leave them for the end. But I think Mega Garchomp was unnecessary. Did they not make him weaker than normal Garchomp? Or like, he attacks... His attack is stronger, but his speed decreases. In a game where Garchomp was one of the fastest Pokemon, decreasing his speed is kind of bad. But I don't know. Garchomp... my goat. I absolutely adore that Pokemon. I don't know. There's nothing else to be said. Let's carry on with this music. Okay, Munchlax. One of the few instances, again, in which I feel like baby Pokemon, I consider S tier for a second. I don't think he fits, because I look at him next to Piplup, and I'm like, Piplup's design is so much more interesting to me. But, that being said, Munchlax is so fucking cute. He is a pre-evolution to Snorlax, and he... okay, I don't know if I'm going to remember this correctly, but he was introduced or he was shown in the anime a generation earlier. He was in Gen 3, and everybody's like, who the hell is that? Like, he hasn't been in any game. He came out in this game, but oh my god, he is so adorable. I believe you can even play him as a character in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which adds to his appeal. But anyway, Riolu, seems, yeah, it is a baby Pokemon, but thankfully he was introduced with his evolution in the same gen, so it doesn't have like the same effect as these guys, where they almost feel like an afterthought, whereas Riolu feels more intentional and giving Lucario more of like a younger phase in the same game, and then being like, okay, this is what he finally ends up looking like. I like that. Lucario, S tier. One of the more recognizable Pokemon of this franchise. Maybe there. Maybe here. He's a fucking GOAT. I don't know, dude. Looking like Anubis, steel fighting, kind of a unseen type combination at this point in time. It's kind of cool. That's fine. We'll go after the Mega afterwards. Hippopotas. Okay, dude. I think Hippopotas is really cute. I hate putting him above these three, because these three are so cute to me. You know what, Chatot? You go below them. But Hippopotas, when it's male, it looks like this. When it's female, it has a different color scheme equal to Hippowdon. I don't know. I'm not liking that song. Hippowdon has the same scenario as Hippopotas, where when it's male, it has this coloring. When it's female, it gets a dark coloring. So interesting. That being said, I don't like Hippowdon very much, to be honest. He could go in the basic tier, but, whereas Hippopotas is cute, Hippowdon, I don't know. That's like a glow down, if you will. Maybe here. He kind of fits right here. Okay. Let me skip to the next song. Let's see. This almost sounds like a Steven Universe song. Okay. Skorupi. Oh, I love this evolutionary line. Crazy that I didn't remember him earlier. But, Shellos is kind of losing me a little bit. Lopunny's kind of losing me a little bit, to be honest. That's good. Drapion, S tier for me. Poison Dark. Okay, the thing about Poison Dark types is that for a long time, Psychic was always tearing down the Poison types. Then you introduce Dark to it, now he's immune to Psychic types. The only weakness it has is Ground type, is it not? That is such a good typing. I don't know, I love Staraptor and Luxray. I feel he doesn't really go over them or anybody else above them, but that's a very good Pokemon. I love. He can like swing around like 180 degrees, I believe. I don't know, it's a cool design, like a scorpion, but also like, I don't know, like almost like a crab even with the little pincers. He's cool, I like him. Krogunk. Ooh. Okay. Krogunk. Poison fighting. Cool typing, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe there. Brock had one. Do you know when what are they fighting? It's like Palkia and Dialga are fighting Giratina, and then Giratina like shoots a couple of straight shots towards like the protagonist, and all the Pokemon kind of like deflect one of them, but then one of them goes past them, and then Krogunk destroys, like catches it, and Krogunk is a fucking goat, dude. Toxicroak. I love the design, dude. There's like bulb coming out of him like a frog would. He looks like a fighter. He has little things at the middle finger. And I don't know, dude. I love the design. I almost want to say S tier based on design, but he kind of... I'll do a top of A. Top of A. He's cool, but he doesn't quite reach that mark, I don't think. So... Carnivine. I used to like Carnivine, but he's kind of useless. No, he's kind of like a strange, like, one-off Pokemon. Had he had an evolution, maybe he would have been cooler. Maybe this could have been an instance where they could have given him a pre-evolution as well. I think that would have been fitting. But as a standalone Pokemon, he kind of feels forgotten even sometimes. I'm gonna do B tier. Maybe here. Yeah. Finneon and Lumineon. Kind of forgettable in my opinion. Lumineon is a little bit cooler, I think. Maybe she could go up to like... Oh my god, what the hell? I don't remember this song, but... This is so hype, what the hell? Okay. Okay, Lumineon. Maybe there. Finneon. Maybe it's C tier even. Like there. Okay. Mantike. Oh. I told you guys there was a lot of baby Pokemon. Mantike. Okay. It is a baby Pokemon. At least in the regard that its next evolution was previewed or implemented before it was conceived. It kind of fits the baby type scenario, but the way that when you level up a Mantike and you have a Remoraid in the party after a certain level, it allows those conditions allowed to evolve into Mantine. I think that's a cool gimmick. I think more Pokemon should have this sort of like what's it called, like a symbiotic relationship where you kind of need the other one in order for it to grow and evolve. And when you do look at Mantine, its evolution and a lot of the designs, you do see a tiny little Remoraid alongside of it. I think that's so interesting. Almost paying homage, giving referencing like actual animals. Imagine referencing something that's real. A tier might be too much, but maybe like right here. Okay, let's see. Snover. Kind of like a B tier for me. First time you get an ice grass type. That being said, ice being one of the weakest types, simply due to how many weaknesses it has, pairing up with grass type, giving it a 4 times weakness to fire is insane, to be honest. I do like how the male and female Snover have the differentiation of the stripe in the middle. That one is gone with the females, or I don't know which one is which, but it's an interesting differentiation. This game implemented that very interestingly. How they gave a lot of Pokemon like very subtle like differences in their based on gender. It's cool. He would go maybe like here though. Maybe here max. Abomasnow. I feel like, again, the typing, I'm not a big fan of. Even the design, I'm kind of not big on, I'll be honest. He might go down here. Sorry, buddy. And then, for whatever reason, they decided, let's give him a Mega Evolution. And a Mega Evolution is even uglier. Weavile. That's my go. I don't remember the soundtrack, but Weavile? Giving Sneasel an evolution, such a good choice. Maybe even better than Lucario. I love Weavile. You know what? I'll put it lower than these two. Simply because, again, the Ice type is frail as fuck. Giving it 4 times weakness to fighting, a fire weakness, a steel weakness, a rock weakness. It's crazy how many weaknesses it has, but I love it. So, hey, it's there. Magnus, okay. Now we enter the area of the Pokédex where every kind of evolution here is given to another Pokemon. And, okay, let's see. I feel like this music is so... I love the soundtrack, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I'm like trying to say something and the soundtrack doesn't fit like it fits. It doesn't feel like it fits. What was I gonna say? Okay. Some of these evolutions post-fact are cool. Like Togekiss, I think is a cool introduction to Togetic. A lot of the time, whenever you would use a Togetic in a generation prior to 4, he wasn't really that strong. So introducing like an evolution like Togekiss, making him more viable, stronger, is a good choice in my opinion. Gliscor, very good choice. Giving somebody like Gligar, like for a long time a standalone Pokemon, more viability, a cooler design, a stronger set of moves. He's just like so cool. But then in that same batch, you get things like Probopass. Brother, what? The worst part is, it kind of works. Like, the aesthetic is there. The mustache kind of saves him, dude, to be honest. Then you get something like Rhyperior. Licky. Brother, Licky Tongue was a freak enough. You had to go and make him freakier? Like, Yet Mega. That's understandable. Okay, let's rank them anyway, but like I just wanted to like some of them I'm like but okay. Let's carry on. Let me turn this back on. Okay, Magnezone. Maybe a B tier. I don't know, he looks a little derpy. I think Magneton maybe does it better. He gets stronger, don't get me wrong, but like the aesthetic, the design is not my favorite. He becomes like a saucer. Where you have Pokemon like Magnemite, that they start off as 1. Then you get Magneton. He gets 3. That's visually telling a story. Then you get Magnezone, and instead of continuing that, like, you get more and more, it kind of becomes a saucer. It kind of makes sense to a certain degree. He just becomes like this bigger magnet, this bigger saucer. But like, I don't know. He doesn't do it for me, like, aesthetically. I love the typing. Steel Electric is cool, but something is lacking there. I don't know. It's just, he just doesn't hit. Anyway. Licky. He kind of falls into this like sub tier of like, you know what I mean? Like Rhyperior also kind of feels unnecessary, but he's strong, so maybe B tier. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I think Rhydon and Rhyhorn were good enough. I don't know why they give him another evolution, but hey. Me saying at the beginning, this is the best gen. Now me saying, they're not that good. Tangrowth. Okay. Let me pause there for a second, because I'm about to say something that doesn't fit the music, I don't think. Huh. Tangela from Gen 1 did warrant an evolution due to the fact that it's such an interesting Pokemon, but the execution, I don't know, something about it, kind of gives me like this kind of like, you just made him bigger kind of vibe. It's a good Pokemon, don't get me wrong, I've used one before, it's kind of strong, it has a lot of HP, it's resilient, but he kind of is quite literally just a bigger Tangela. Like, my respects, he gets arms, I guess. I think Tangela does it better. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Tangrowth. Oh my god, this music is insane, by the way. Electivire! I'm just kidding. Electivire is the one that they actually did good. I'm a big fan. I love the coloration, the sort of like, you would think Electabuzz, up until this point, he was a Pokemon of its own. He kind of like stood his ground. He was like, he looked like a final evolution. Somehow, giving him an evolution that kind of finalizes him even more, that's so cool. Oh my god, I just love all of these, dude. Holy... That's a badass lineup, dude. Okay. Magmortar? Oh, hot take. Where Electivire does it good, I think Magmortar... Magmortar, he kind of suffers from whatever we want to call this. The bigification. Magmar is pretty good as it was, design-wise. They didn't have to make him bigger. He kind of looks uglier, in my opinion, with all due respect. Maybe B tier. He'll be top of B tier. I like Magmar better. Magmar is a very fucking interesting design. I think this is kind of a downgrade. He gets stronger. He's cooler. I like the bazooka cannons he has. But, I don't know. He doesn't really hit as well as Magmar does. Togekiss! What a fucking good choice. As I was saying earlier, Togetic kind of felt lacking at parts. When you played him in the past, he didn't feel as strong. So that was a necessary evolution, I think. And that would fall, in my opinion, somewhere like right here. And then in the future, he gets the additional fairy type, making him considerably more viable. I'll go ahead and bump it up a little bit more. Maybe even like, nah, I don't think so. Maybe here. That is a cool Pokemon. My respects. Yanmega. I like Yanmega. But he's gonna have to be like A tier. He could be top of A tier. I like the design, but he is a little bit creepy looking. A big old dragonfly is crazy. I don't know. He kind of looks like he would take a bite out of me, which I wouldn't be too much of a fan of. That's kind of what's holding him back from being S tier. But he's cool regardless. Leafeon. Okay, dude. And Glaceon. Okay, between the two, Leafeon, I'm a big fan of. I love the aesthetic. It's so cute. I like how it gets like leafy. I don't know. Glaceon is cool, but I don't like him as much as Leafeon. I don't think he is necessarily an S tier. I'll put him there. Her. I think it's more like a her. But, okay. Gliscor. Gliscor is a... Oh! Gliscor is S tier. Probably like here. Love the fact that they gave Gligar another chance, another... evolution. Very, very cool. I'm a big fan, to be honest. Ground flying. Such an unforeseen type. It's almost like a contrarian type, where how can you be ground and flying at the same time? Gligar and Gliscor is how. My god, this song is hype. Mamoswine. I'm over here dying, but oh my god. It's Mamoswine S tier. Mamoswine. Very good addition to the Piloswine line. Is he S tier though? If he is, you know what? Sorry about it, but Empoleon, he doesn't hit the same as everybody else here, I don't think. The Mamoswine even kind of feels a little bit out of place. That means that he is strong. We'll leave him there for now. Maybe we'll switch him, but he looks pretty good there for now. Porygon Z, my goat. Having this quadricular, beginning, this like polygon type of like, okay, that's cool. He evolves to become smooth. Porygon 2, he gets cute, he gets interesting. In this gen, they make him go haywire. That's insane. The head is detached. Oh man, I love this design. I don't know. He's kind of basic, but I love the concept. He's just so interesting. And the fact that over the years, he slowly but surely has reached like insanity. And he's just like, I don't know. I love that. Gallade. Oh, that's another. Okay. So you have Gardevoir in Gen 3. She's badass. She's cool. In this gen, they're like, but what if it was a man? And we get Gallade. Psychic Fighting. I don't think that's a type we had seen prior to this generation. Therefore, like, oh, that's so cool. Then next to each other looks so sick, dude. I'll go ahead and leave her there. Her? Him. Only the males can evolve into Gallade. So, hey, actual correction there. Okay. I feel like a hater. The mustache will bring him up to C tier, but I do not like this Pokemon. I don't know. A Schnauzer Pokemon? I don't know, dude. Dusknoir. Okay. Okay. I hate the fact that I'm pausing so much, but I'm going to give him A tier. Do you know how sometimes celebrities, actors will play roles in movies in which they are the villains, and people will forever think about them as that role that they played because they played it so good? Dusknoir suffers from that same effect because in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, he was the evil, not to spoil it, but he was the evil character, and whenever I see Dusknoir, that's all I can think about how I struggled so much against him, and how he was like the opposition in that game. So it's hard to like, the design is fucking badass. He has a mouth in the middle of his stomach. He's fucking sick, dude. He gets like this like sort of like Royal Guard almost aesthetic. I like it. But that like idea ingrained in my mind that he is like out to get me kind of lowers him down. He could be A tier. That's not bad. But he's interesting. Anyway. Frostlass, another fucking goat. Holy dude. Ghost Eyes. And then having the ability to raise their evasiveness in a snowstorm, in a hail. Very cool. Okay, Rotom. Basic form Rotom. Kind of basic. It could be A tier, maybe. Electric Ghost. Interesting typing. Okay. Heat Rotom. How about we put them all in A tier to begin with? Let me do some research real quick. Loma Rotom can stay there. Rotom Heats. Fire Electric. Kind of an unforeseen... All of these are kind of unforeseen typings. Fire Electric is rare. He looks like a crab. He's an oven. Rotom has this ability to infiltrate electronic devices in order to take their form and change his typing, which makes him very, very cool. Rotom Heat is not my favorite though. He might be better than the original just because he gets Fire Electric, but Rotom Wash, oh, that's a goat. He becomes a washing machine, but he gets Water Electric, a very good type in my opinion. And my god, it's so difficult to like rank them. They're all so good. Rotom Fridge. Electric Ice. I don't think we've seen that. Huh. I like the typing, but the design is kind of just a fridge. I'll put him 1 up from Rotom. Electric Flying. Okay, imagine. Wait, I think they're. Yeah, he gets Levitate. So I was gonna say, interesting. Let me see. I feel like I can't think. Electric Flying would be a good typing if the flying part of it was making it immune to ground type attacks, which is one of their weaknesses. That being said, their ability Levitate already does that. It already levitates it from the ground, making it immune to ground type attacks. Therefore, the flying aspect of this kind of gets lost. Flying is interesting in that regard that it can resist ground types. Therefore, giving it a double resistance to ground types is kind of redundant. And therefore, you will kind of fall a little bit. Maybe to like there. I do love the design though. I also love how they get like you have the original Rotom where the plasma is blue. You get Heat Rotom. His plasma turns red because he's a fire type. You get the Fridge Rotom. The plasma turns purple. I love how they're all like different. The Wash Rotom gets blue plasma because he's water type. Okay. Grass Electric Lawnmower Rotom. I like that design, dude. That's such a unique typing as well. Maybe up here next to him, but I don't think he gets better than Togekiss. But I love the aesthetic. That's so cool. He almost looks like a speaker. Like look, like where his face is. He kind of just has this shape to him, like an oval. Okay, we have to go with this. Yuxi. So all three of these are kind of the same. I kind of like Azelf the best. He could get maybe up to like here. Mesprit is cool. She could also be S tier. She'll get to like here. Yuxi, I think I like the least. Why are you sleeping on the job, brother? You'd be like there. Okay. Now we get to the goats. Dialga. First Dragon Steel type. What a fucking insane... I can't speak. Insane concept, dude. Holy... I know I'm playing the same song again, but listen. They need this, like, aesthetic playing while we talk about them. That is such a good design. I don't know if he's better than Garchomp, but he's up there, dude. How fucking insane Palkia. We'll talk about the other forms afterwards. Maybe some of the best. Dude. Then you get Giratina. Okay, Giratina is definitely better than Garchomp. But these are what the creation trio, right? He controls time. Palkia controls space. Giratina controls distortion. What? Hold. If I may. This is me doing a standing ovation. I don't want to pan the camera to the side. Wait, we can't do it. Fuck it, dude. My goats. Oh my god, you guys saw my broken... my broken fucking... Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna include that. I don't want you guys to see my shit. But, Giratina? A goat. Okay, Palkia was the legendary for the game that I played the most, which is Pearl. Love. Dragon Water. Kingdra did it before. Palkia as a legendary might have done it better. I love the aesthetic though. I do like Dialga a little bit better. But ultimately, Giratina. Oh, Giratina is such a cool concept. Dragon Ghost. We don't get to see that until, the Dreepy line? But, oh my god, look at this dude. And to top it all off, he gets another form. And the other form is cooler. He looks creepy. He looks grotesque. But I love him. He is so fucking cool. I don't know, dude. Like... that's what I imagine he sounds like. But oh my god, the Grisius Orb form is so fucking cool, dude. My respects. That is like, oh, it's like a nightmare come to life, but even then, it's cool as hell. I love it, dude. I love it. Well, sorry I skipped you guys, but, Heatran. Dude, after getting Peak, you get Heatran. Okay, let me say this. Heatran. Steel Fire feels like a redundant type. Fire and Steel are both weak to ground, therefore ground is 4 times effective against it. You have Water, you have Fighting, you have, you know what, maybe just those 3 types, but, you get him at the very, very, very end of the game. Therefore, what can you even do with him at that point? I think he could have been introduced maybe sooner. I don't know. I feel like Heatran almost feels like an afterthought. Therefore, he's not going to make it to S tier, but he could be A tier. Yeah, like, even though I've played this game so many times, I do feel like Heatran is one of those Pokemon where I kind of caught just to complete the Pokédex, but never really saw an opportunity to utilize him in any kind of way because of how late you get him, because of the typing. I don't think he's very fast. Though he's legendary, the aesthetic is kind of cool, so we'll give him A tier, but there's definitely something lacking there. Where were you? Regigigas. Regigigas. I think I'm also gonna give him A tier. Now, I'm a strong believer in the fact that just because it is a legendary Pokemon, it doesn't inherently deserve to be like the top of the top. Okay, let's start him off in S tier, alright? I love the continuation of the lore from Gen 3 because you have Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. And in this game, you get introduced to Regigigas, which is the father of the 3 prior mentioned. So much stuff can be said here, The method for obtaining this Pokemon is so insane because you have to get Regirock, Regice, and Registeel into the Nintendo DS from the fucking Game Boy. In this process, and you could do it in game, it's possible. But you have to do so much just to obtain those 3. You have to solve all these kinds of puzzles. There's a video online somewhere that talks about this that I saw recently. But it's like a very convoluted process just to get this guy. They'll say, you get it. It's one of those end of the game goals. Sure, you get it. But then he has slow start. The only Pokemon to get that ability is Regigigas, making him kind of unviable, to be honest. Slow start, let's see, I'll give you a definition. Brother, slow start will make it so that his attack and his speed is cut in half for the first 5 rounds of the game, of the battle. Now, if, say, there was a conditional situation in which after those 5 turns, his attack was like insanely stronger, I think maybe there would be a reason to consider it like, you know, viable, cool, even, because then if you manage to make it past those 5 turns, he kind of becomes like a monster. But there is no benefit. He just, like, instead of it, like, going from, how do I explain this? Instead of him, like, gaining more power after having suffered, he just goes back to normal, to, like, his, as it should be, level, state, I don't know. Just for that, he won't be S tier. I love the lore behind it. I love the introduction and how they continue to expand the lore of the Pokemon universe through him. Him being able to pull continents. There is so much, like I said, to be said about this Pokemon. But in game, he kind of just lacks. I don't know. I never found a place for him to be usable. Compared to like Darkrai. No, not Darkrai. What the fuck am I saying? Giratina, for example. Giratina is so fucking good in so many different regards in game. Then you get Regigigas and you're like, I'm even maybe considering B tier, but like he's cool in so many different aspects. I'll leave him in A tier. Okay, Cresselia. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is one of those Pokemon that is kind of annoying due to the fact that when you find him, her, actually, in, what is it, like, New Moon Island or something like that, she runs off. And then you have to go through the process of looking for her in the overworld, because every time you run into her, she just runs. She runs. It's an interesting concept, kind of makes the completion of the Pokédex a little bit more difficult, adding a little bit of a challenge. The aesthetic is kind of cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. All these, like, half moons. I like it. She's up here. Maybe, like, up here. Okay, that looks fine. Cool Pokemon. Manaphy. Okay, we've spoken about Manaphy before. Manaphy being the only Pokemon in the series the only legendary Pokemon to be able to breed. And when she does, you get Fione. And then Fione cannot evolve into Manaphy. I feel like it sounds like, in theory, it sounds like a cool concept. Like, wow, a legendary Pokemon able to have a baby. But then they're like, that's it. Like, you can just have a baby, but like, it's not like it's a cooler, stronger, better version. It's kind of less than Manaphy, even. I don't know. Somebody maybe is into the whole baby dynamic. I am not that person. So let's carry on. Darkrai. Ooh, oh my god, dude. This generation brought you Giratina and Darkrai? Holy. Now, I was only ever able to get Darkrai by using the Game Shark, so I never really had him, like, in a natural way, because I do believe it was an event Pokemon, and I don't know why that was even a thing where you could only capture him or have him if you took part in that event. It was only unlocked after that. Kind of a lame concept in my opinion, but The presence is there, the embodiment of darkness, dude. And then in the movie, oh, dude, I don't know, he's cool. I like Darkrai, definitely S tier, definitely top 5, yeah. I might even consider putting him above Dark. You know what? He'd go above Giratina in this form, but he does not beat the distortion form. That form is so sick, dude. Okay, Shaman. This is a cutie patootie. I don't know if it's S tier. Maybe we can leave it at top of A because it does have a sky form. That is a very cool one. I like that. I like it's like a little hedgehog. I don't really understand how a hedgehog becomes like a dog with wings, but hey, let's leave the logic up to somebody else. I like this Pokemon. He's coming up here, dude. Okay, we can put him here. I love Sky Shaman. He's so cute. The Gracidia flower becomes like a little scarf. I like that, dude. Okay, okay. Hey, we're nearing the end. Arceus. God himself. I cannot believe that I forgot him in the little quiz that we did at the beginning. Holy. Arceus. Okay. He is not better than Giratina. He is not better than Darkrai, in my opinion. Technically, he is. Technically, he's the number one. He's the creator. He has a... there's an argument to be made for him to be number one here. But I think I like all of these guys better than him. Arceus is another one of those Pokemon where you get him at the very end of the game. You... I don't know, like, okay, let's take, for example, the starters. You get them at the beginning, you grow with them, they evolve, you use them in, you go through trials and tribulations, you do this, you finish the game with them. After you run through the whole game, getting a Pokemon as strong as this is, it's cool, because he's just there, like, as a check mark. You're like, okay, we're gonna complete the Pokédex, we're gonna catch them all, and we're gonna get Arceus in there. But then, there's few things to do afterwards, so it's kind of like literally the end. I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense, but I don't like the way that a lot of these, like Arceus, Heatran, Regigigas even, they're like very, very late game content that once you're done with the game, you're like, oh, you really even get a chance to use them. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let me see. We have some Megas. This might be the least amount of Megas that I've seen in the gens so far. Mega Garchomp. Okay, where's Garchomp? I think Mega Garchomp is a downgrade for normal Garchomp. Making him stronger but slower. I think that's detrimental, honestly. He could be A tier. You know what? I don't even like him in A tier. He could be B tier. I think maybe even go Bite is, but I don't know, dude. I think the concept of a Mega is in order to make a Pokemon better, but cutting his speed, is that right? Let me see. Yeah. You get 170 attack, which is really cool. He gets stronger, but like, look at this design. He's already cool. You did not need to make him more draconic. Why does his special attack get better? He's a physical offender, like 700. Yeah, he gets 100 more, but how does he get 100 more points overall? And even then, he's slower. I don't know. Maybe I'm focusing too much on the fact that he becomes slower. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm not a fan. I'm not that much of a fan of him. I don't know. Mega Lucario. Okay, now we're talking. Where's regular Lucario? Here? Yeah, that's an upgrade there, definitely. He definitely goes up to like here, at least. It's very, very cool. I'm a fan. I love how, what is it, Gen 5, is it? X and Y? No, Gen 6. They give you one for free, so hey, we'll take it, you know, but, Mega Lucario, okay. You get Mega Abomasnow. Not a fan. Abomasnow itself was already very low. You give him a Mega. Kind of unnecessary, to be honest. Of all the contenders you have present here, you decide Abomasnow? Abomasnow. Abomasnow would be the more suitable for Omega. I don't think that's right, dude. Honestly, but hey, it is what it is. Mega Gallade. Ooh. You have a regular Gallade and then Mega Gallade. Huh. I think regular Gallade kind of does it better. The Mega, he kind of looks like a superhero. You know what? We'll give him a little bit more. He could be up here. They're kind of almost the same to me. The difference is very little. He kind of just gets a cape. The razors on his arm. I just love the original Gallade. He's such a cool, sleek, edgy even design. Okay. Generally, in these videos, I would not include like regional forms, but to be fair, this isn't even regional. This is just like what is it, like the primordial forms? What is that called? Origin form. Okay. I think the Dialga looks cool in this form. He could be okay, but hold the phone. What is that thing in his throat, brother? You know, in shows, whenever like a cartoon character will swallow like a fork and it gets stuck in its throat, that's what this looks like. Holy. I think it looks cool. He gets like the archiest things on the sides. But yeah, like that imagery of the fork getting stuck in his throat, he could be A tier, he could be top of A tier, but he looks a little funny. I think not original, but normal present day Dialga does it a lot better. Then we have this abomination. Holy. He looks like a, what is it, like a minotaur? He also gets the archiest things, but then he has no hands. I don't like this version of Palkia, I'll be honest. He kind of looks a little strange, in my opinion. Therefore, I think maybe even lower than A tier. We can put him top of B tier, sure. Like, I'm not a big fan of that aesthetic, but hey, let's take one last look. No, let's see. Do I want to make any changes? I think we're good. So, I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, this was an interesting one. This, like I said, one of my favorite generations. Therefore, this was kind of fun. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.